in the sun, writing love letters in the sand. Okay. Now we are up and running. Almost up and running. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to introduce you to the format of the show today. The format of the show today is called Love Letters in the Sand for a reason. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you know this is the music I love. If you're a new person that just stumbled upon the video, doesn't matter if it's live or after. This is the music I really love. I do like classic rock. I do like Billy Joel, Elton John, REO Speedwagon. I do like that music, but the music that's a go-to for me are the jazz standards and the poppy stuff of the 50s and the 40s. So to start off the show with a classic Pat Boone song, which is also the title of this show. Hope you enjoy. Just waiting for this thing to load up a bit. There we go. Nope. Still won't load. Technical difficulties even on the first song. There we go. On a day, a true day, we pass the time away, writing love letters in the sun. How you laugh when I cry, each time I saw the tide take our love letters from the sand. You made a vow that you would be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sun. I can't whistle for nothing. Now my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand. Now, Pat Boone is still, I believe he still tours today at selective events, but he still has a great voice. Now, staying within the 50s, there was a song that was a very popular hit in the 1950s, and even Shauna Na in the 1970s covered it. It's called Good Night, Sweetheart, Good Night. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, good night. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, good night. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and this can't get right. Well, I hate to leave you, baby, don't mean maybe, because I love you so. Good night, sweetheart, time to go. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, good night. Mother, oh, and your father won't like it if I stay here too long. One kiss in the dark, and I'll be going. You know I hate to go. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really may. Oh, good night, sweetheart, good night. Now, during this time, the music was great. The music was genuinely great, and it still is great today. As for race relations, not so great. As for laws of men and women, for men and women of all races and genders, not that great. Let's be honest. The good old days, in the sense of the laws of the 1950s and the laws of the 1940s, not that great. But the music was. The music was great. The movies were great. The fashion statements were great. Um, in the 1950s, a lot of men wore pinky rings. A lot of men started to wear rings in general, and this was really a fashion forward because normally before then, in the 1930s and 1920s, if a man wore a pinky ring, he was seen as, pardon the language, a faggot. He was seen as too dainty. However, the only ring a man was supposed to wear was a wedding ring. However, single men started to make a statement where they're like, you know what? I'm single. I'm not married, but I have friends who are part of the mafia, and I can make it look like I'm part of the mafia. I'll start wearing pinky rings, and that's really how it really got started for men. Was to stand out, to be the lone wolf, to be like the criminal type. Because a lot of mafiosos wore pinky rings. And that was like the brotherhood. That was a brotherhood statement. And a lot of single men who weren't a part of it were like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll start wearing this. And that's really how it started for guys. And this was my great grandfather's pinky ring. Now it's my everyday ring. I wear it on my index finger. But yeah. So anyway. Also, a lot of the music during the time, the families listened together. The families really did listen together. I mean, when you think of a time when families had family time, it was definitely the 50s. The 60s were iffy. There was still family time, but it was like kids did their own thing, parents did their own thing. But in the 1950s, it was there was family time. Families would gather together and watch Ed Sullivan Show on Sundays, and they would watch the Jack Benny Show on Saturday. But the kids had their own music, and this is one of those songs. I need to get a coffee soon. What's that playing on the radio? Why do I start swaying to and fro? I have never heard that song before, but if I don't hear it anymore, it's still familiar to me, sends a thrill right through me, 'cause those chords remind me of the night that I first fell in love too. Those magic changes, my heart arranges a melody that's never the same, a melody. It's calling your name and begs you, please come back to me. Please return to me. Don't go away again. Oh, make them play again. The music I want to hear as once again. Whisper in my ear. Oh, my darling. Oh, I'll be waiting by that radio. You'll come back to me someday, I know. Been so lonesome since our last goodbye. I'm singing as I cry, while the bass is sounding, while the drums are pounding. Beatings of my broken heart will rise to the first place of the chart. Oh, my heart arranges. Oh, this magic changes. Oh, 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 oh. Hard to believe most of the songs were exactly that long. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. They were really that long. But in the late 1950s, close to the 1960s, there was a group called the Righteous Brothers who put out almost like a symphonic song. This was like almost, I would say, a little minute and a half longer, but this kind of broke the mold and told people, oh, we could have songs longer than 2 minutes and a half and 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes. Oh, okay. This is a revelation. We never knew this. It's since become a staplement. Whoa, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers cry, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. some songs like that, well, that song actually broke the mold. Um, as matters in timeline. Um, this is a song from 1944. This next one, and this is part of the Great American Songbook, and you don't hear much singers like Michael Bublé or Lady Gaga cover it anymore. Try staying awake. Pennies in a stream, falling leaves of sycamore, moonlight in Vermont. I see finger waves, ski trails on a mountainside, snow riding Vermont. Telegraph cables, they sing down the highway and travel each bend in a row. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, warbling up a meadow lark, moonlight in Vermont. Pennies in a stream, falling leaves of sycamore, moonlight in Vermont. I see finger waves, and that song, you could really picture that being sung at a saloon, real early in the morning. The Navy guys, the Army guys, the military men fighting World War II are on leave, New York City, and you could just really imagine that atmosphere of them listening to that while they're drinking their brandies at 3 o'clock in the morning and just wanting the war to finally be over so they could return home. Now, a song like that would have been played at a USO show. There was an orchestra leader by the name of Glenn Miller. Now, Glenn Miller was a great, talented trombonist. Unfortunately, disappeared out of a trace in 1946 or 40. No, 1944, actually. The same year that song came out. The last one. Anyway, this is one of his hits. Moonlight Serenade. I stand at your gate, and the song that I sing is of moonlight. I stand and I wait for the touch of your hand in the June night. The roses are sighing a moonlight serenade. The stars are aglow. Wait. I fucked up. I need to correct this wrong. Take two. I stand at your gate, and the song that I sing is of moonlight. I stand and I wait for the touch of your hand in the June night. The roses are sighing a moonlight serenade. The stars are aglow, and tonight out their light sends me dreaming. My love, do you know that your eyes are like stars brightly beaming? I bring you and sing you a moonlight serenade. Let us stray till break of day in love's valley of dreams. Just you and I, a summer sky, a heavenly breeze kissing the trees. So don't let me wait. Come to me tenderly in the June night. I stand at your gate, and I sing you a song in the moonlight. The roses are sighing a moonlight Night Serenade. A little fast for a slow version of the song. Led astray to break a day, love's valley of dreams. Just you and I, a summer sky, a heavenly breeze, kissing the trees. So don't let me wait. Come to me tenderly in the June night. I stand at your gate, and I sing you a song in the moonlight. The roses are sighing a moonlight serenade. Okay. Now that's over with. I thought I was gonna lose my footing again. I gotta say that's a very complicated, slow version of that song. Going back to the saloon songs. That was a USO song, such was Moonlight in Vermont. But this Frank Sinatra classic was definitely one of the saloon songs.
I want traditionally dancers. This is your golden ticket. Seize that moment.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. So send him up, Joe. I got a little story I think you should know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. Make it one for my baby and one more for the road. I got the routine, put another nickel in the machine. Feeling so bad, can't you make that music easy and sad? I could tell you a lot, but you gotta be true to your code. Make it one for my baby and one more for the road. You'd never know it But buddy, I'm a poet, and I got a lot of things I'd like to say. And when I'm gloomy, won't you listen to me till it's talked away? Well, that's how it goes. And Joe, I know you're getting anxious to close. And thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bending your ear. But this torch that I found, it's just gotta be drowned, or it soon might explode. Make it one for my baby, and one more for the road. The long, that long, it's long, long, it's very long, that long, long, long. The man lost everything. His life, his wife, everything just went to shackles for him. Now some little uplifting music. A little uplifting music. There was a play written in the 1950s about the 1940s called The Lullaby of Broadway. Actually, no, called 42nd Street. 42nd Street was actually a film in the 40s. It was a turned play in the 50s, but this song from 42nd Street became an instant jazz standard. This is in the style of Andrew Sisters, I believe. Come along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway, the hip hooray and ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway, the rumble of a subway train, the rattle of the taxis, the daffodils who entertain, and Angelos and Maxie's when Broadway baby says goodnight. It's early in the morning, and the babies don't sleep tight until the dawn. Good night, baby. Good night, the milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight, let's call it a day. Hey! Come along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway, the high-dee and boopy-doo, the lullaby of Broadway. The band begins to go to town, and everyone goes crazy. You rock-a-bye up, baby, round, till everything gets hazy. Hush-a-bye, I'll buy you this and that. You hear your daddy saying, and baby goes home to her flat to sleep all day. Good night, baby. Good night, the milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight, let's call it a day. Hey, Come along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway, the Hickory and Ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway, the rumble of the subway train, the rattle of the taxi, the daffodils who entertain, and Angelos and Maxie's, when the Broadway baby says goodnight. It's early in the morning, man, the babies don't sleep tight until the dawn. Good night, baby. Light, the milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day. Listen to the lullaby of old Broadway. That song became an instant jazz standard hit. Literally overnight. And now this wouldn't be a 50s and 40s tribute stream if this song wasn't in by the Crest. Keep in mind, Americans were still religious during this time. The angels listened in when they heard me praying. The angels listened in when they heard me saying, please send me someone to love. Send me the one I'm thinking of, my darling. The angels sent you. The angels listened in when they heard me crying. The angels listened in. There's no denying they send one with lovely charms, one who really thrills my arms, my darling. The angels send you. I was searching everywhere just to find someone who cared. The angels came to interrupt. Just as I was giving up, the angels listened in and brought you near me. The angels listened in. I love them dearly. They gave me this whole wide world, wrapped up in one little girl, my darling. The angels send you. Oh, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa. That was by Johnny Maestro and the Crest. I know I'm kind of breaking the rule of my own show here, but Johnny Maestro got another band in the 1960s. I know I'm breaking the mold of my own show, but I need to. This is one of my favorite Brooklyn Bridge songs by Johnny Maestro and the Brooklyn Bridge. Girl, I heard you're getting married. Heard you're getting married. This time you're really sure. And this is the end. They say you really mean it. This guy's the one that makes you feel so safe, so sane, and so secure. And baby, if he loves you more than me, maybe it's the best thing. Maybe it's the best thing for you. But it's the worst that could happen to me. I'm never getting married. Never getting married. You know that's not my scene. But a girl like you needs to be married. I've known all along you couldn't live forever in retreat. And baby, if he loves you more than me, maybe it's the best thing. Maybe it's the best thing for you. But it's the worst that can happen, oh, to me. And girl, I don't really blame you for having a dream of your own. Hey girl, I don't really blame you. A woman like you needs a house and a home, baby. If he really loves you more than me, maybe it's the best thing. Maybe it's the best thing for you. But it's the worst that can happen. Oh no, never want to get married, girl. I'm never gonna marry. No, no. No, it's the worst that can happen. I always make the attempt to hit that high note. I shouldn't anymore. Anyway, the Crest, and the Brooklyn Bridge, both great groups that Johnny Maestro belonged to. So anyway, I'm gonna close out this with a song that Dean Martin recorded in the 1950s. Feminists are gonna hate this song, just being honest. I've grown accustomed to her face. She almost makes the day begin. I've grown accustomed to the tune she whistles night and noon. Her smiles, her frowns, her ups and downs are second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in. I was certainly independent and content before we met. Surely I could always be that way again, and yet I've grown accustomed to her looks accustomed to her voice, accustomed to her face. She's second nature to me now, like breathing out and breathing in. I'm very grateful she's a woman and so easy to forget. Rather like a habit, one can always break, and yet I've grown accustomed to a trace of something in the air. Accustomed to her face. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That was Love Letters in the Sand, attributed 50s and 40s music, and slightly 60s. Anyway, see you guys.